morning, isn't it? Lovely to see so many faces here today, and I just, again, I'd like the other speakers to say thank you for having the opportunity to speak to you all. I won't take very long, I don't have a PowerPoint presentation. I was just asked to give you a quick introduction into what we're doing at Nationwide around volunteering at the moment, and hopefully you'll find it interesting for the discussions that are going on later today as well. I run the volunteering programme at Nationwide in our head office, which you'll have noticed the large building that's been in Swindon for a long time on the outskirts of Old Town. We are the largest building society in the world. We have over 16 million members and 16,000 employees, so our community impact in terms of just our employee footprint is pretty huge. We've got 750 locations across the UK, so that's made up of our branch network, it's made up of our call centres and our admin centres as well, like the one here in Swindon, which actually has over 4,000 employees in just that building alone. So obviously as a building society we've got very kind of traditional mutual values, and we realise that our credentials as an organisation add up to a significant impact on the communities around us. We take that responsibility really seriously at Nationwide, and I've been lucky enough to work in a team that oversee and manage that for the last couple of years. So I wanted to bring to life for you all today a little bit some of the things that we're doing and really focus on the employee volunteering programme that we very recently launched. So we see our corporate responsibility programme as covering our whole business. It's not just about our community activities, it's wider than that. It's about the products that we sell, the services that we provide for our customers. We have 4 key areas to the strategy, which are finance, housing, environment and the community. Obviously the environment is a really important part of that agenda, but as we don't manufacture anything, it's not a huge area of focus for us, but we do a lot around managing and reducing our carbon footprint, reducing our direct impact on the environment, and having a positive impact through our enormous supply chain and through our enormous group of employees and members. Around the housing area of the agenda, we focus on supporting affordable housing, helping the homeless with our charity partnership with Shelter, and also preventing homelessness as well, and finally encouraging sustainable housing for the future. In the financial area, so around finance, our agenda focuses on helping with indebtedness, educating people around finance, improving people's awareness and education and capability around finance, and also being a responsible lender. And then our final section, the community, that pretty much covers everything else that we do. So that's supporting the local communities around our branch areas, which is huge. Funding our Nationwide Foundation, which is our charity that was set up in 1997. And finally, using our employees as a really positive force for change. And that's really my area of interest. That's the part of the agenda that I manage. So other areas of the employee engagement banner include things like payroll giving. So we facilitate our employees to give their payroll, make it really quick and easy for them to do that and give to any charity or cause that they want to support. We do a lot of employee fundraising for lots of different charities, and we really help our employees to make that happen wherever they are in the country and whatever cause they want to support. We do match sponsorship, so if anybody's doing fundraising or anything, we have a pot, we can match what they fundraise. And finally, our volunteering programme. So a year ago, I wouldn't have been able to come here and give this presentation because we didn't actually have a formal employee volunteering programme. We have a load of great employees who already do volunteering inside and outside of their work hours, but it was very much under the radar, and it was very much informal and unofficial. We didn't know any of what was going on, and since we've been running the programme, it's been overwhelming and starting to understand the breadth of what really is going on with our employees and what they're doing in their local communities to support them. So we launched an official policy in October last year, allowing every single employee 2 days paid leave to go and volunteer in the local community. It was really well received from our employees. We did a launch up in our building in Nationwide House here in Swindon with our local MPs, and we had over 500 employees come along to that and pledge their support for the scheme. So basically registering their interest in it, taking part in it. However, we quickly realised that there were a number of challenges. You can't just launch a policy and not have anybody managing it and not really have any opportunities for them to go out and do. Luckily, we've worked with Involve Swindon for a very long time. They're a brilliant partner of ours who have helped us to source and promote employee volunteering for our employees in the Swindon area. And I'm sure you'll hear from them a little bit later, taking part in the table discussions as well. So over the last year, we've been looking at ways that we can really integrate volunteering into the business and making our people realise that it's hugely beneficial for our business and also for communities around us. So we've recently launched an online portal that has access to over 1 million volunteering opportunities, run by a partner that we're working with called Leap. And it's been a huge success. We only launched it a month ago and we've already got 23% of our employees active on there and signing up to volunteering opportunities. So we've set ourselves some quite ambitious targets. By March we want to have 10% of our employees taking part in volunteering activity, using their volunteering time that we give them. At the moment that stands at just under 5%, so in a year we've made some quite significant progress, because this time last year it was 0. But the next steps for us are really about integrating volunteering into our development programme for our people and helping our employees to see volunteering as an opportunity to A, make a difference in their local communities, but B, really add something to themselves personally or professionally in terms of their skills or their personal development. So as an example, we're working with a group of our senior executives at the moment, 8 of them, to place them on as trustees on the boards of local charities in the Swindon area. We've been running this project for the last few months, mapping out what the sector looks like and where the need is, and then trying to appropriately match our senior executives with charities that we think that they would be a really good fit for them, and look at that being a really long-term partnership. And we're really pleased that we've got 8 people that are really keen to do that, and we want to really follow that progress over the years. Secondly, we've got our graduate intake at the moment is about 41 new employees, and they're all really keen to do something in the local community. We're looking at placing them using Career Academies UK as a partner to place them as mentors in local schools and colleges, to try and look at employability skills. We understand that there's a really big need out there to bring to life career options for young people, and as they've just come out of the education straight into a job, they're in a great place to offer some advice and some guidance and bring that to life for young people. So we've got a whole host of other employees who are all looking for opportunities as well. We know that there's a great appetite from our employees to get involved and do more, and the way that we've set up the policy is that it's really flexible, which means that no matter what your cause is that you want to support, you can go out and do that as an individual, and we're not forcing anybody down any particular route. So really we just want to say, if there's anybody who has any idea of volunteering opportunities for employees, to have a think about that and to let us know within the organisations, and also talk to Involve Swindon who can facilitate that as well, because just like Daniel said, there is a huge opportunity out there, and I think those insights were really useful to bring to life just the amount of people that there are. And I think thinking about employees within the private sector is a great place to start. Hopefully you can see that Nationwide is doing its best to really rally our employees to make that happen. Hopefully the rest of the day will bring back some excellent conversations to see how we can make that happen.